After weeks of speculation and rumors, Carlos Sainz has finally made his decision. He's joining the Williams team. Throughout the season, there was a lot of talk about him possibly going to Audi, and even Alpine was mentioned, although we knew that wasn't likely. Williams only emerged as a strong contender in the last couple of months. James Fowles has praised Carlos a lot, and now we have an exciting team lineup with Alex Albon and Carlos Sainz. But why did Carlos choose Williams, a team that's been struggling for a long time, over Audi, which has a promising future and a strong track record in other motorsports? For Carlos to make this choice, he needed to see a clear future and confidence in the team's direction. It's a big decision that wasn't made lightly. Sure thing. Here's a paraphrased version of the text. The contract definitely played a role in his decision to join Williams, but there were many other reasons too. Let's dive into that. Pat Fry, their new technical director, recently joined Williams, and he's a huge asset for the team. Last offseason was tough for Williams. They needed to overhaul their methods. The old strategies weren't cutting it anymore, and the team lagged behind in technology and overall mindset. Pat Fry and James Valls brought significant changes. Having a technical director who stays and truly sees the benefits of these changes is incredibly important. Part of the reason he left Alpine was because they didn't aim higher than 4th, 5th, or 6th place. They lacked the ambition to do better. He dreams of building a car that can compete with the top-tier teams, especially with a storied team like Williams. As a seasoned engineer who's been in the sport for ages, he knows his stuff. Back in 2018, when McLaren hit rock bottom, he joined in 2019 and helped turn things around, giving Sainz and Lando a car that began McLaren's resurgence. Then in 2022, he moved to Alpine and led them to one of their best seasons in years, finishing 4th in the constructors' standings. But in 2023, he decided to leave due to the team's lack of ambition. Now at Williams, he's already making steady improvements. He's not just focusing on straight-line speed, but building a car that performs well on different tracks. Thanks to his work, Williams is getting a fresh start and could be on a big upward path if they keep it up. Looking ahead is crucial, especially with 2026 just around the corner. It's essential to know which team might have the best engine because engines have always played a huge role in Formula One. Think back to the old McLaren days with Senna and Prost. Their car was incredibly powerful, more because of its engine than its aerodynamics. Over the years, power has consistently been key. Take the Mercedes era, for example. They had a great aero setup, but their engine power was a significant reason why Red Bull couldn't catch up. Given Mercedes' track record and the fact that they supply engines to Williams, it's clear why Carlos might consider them a safer bet. Mercedes has been producing exceptional powertrains for years. On the other hand, Audi is still new to the sport. In 2026, creating a groundbreaking engine from scratch is quite a challenge. Sure, it's possible, but realistically speaking, it's highly unlikely given that teams like Mercedes, Ferrari, and Honda have been perfecting their engines for years. The smart and safe bet is to go with Mercedes. Drivers like Alex Albon are confident that Mercedes will deliver in 2026, and many others believe they have a competitive edge. Rumors about Mercedes dominating the field are adding to this confidence, especially with figures like Toto Wolff backing their powertrain. This situation heavily influences drivers like Carlos Sainz, who naturally aims to compete for championships rather than struggle at the lower end of the standings. Williams has plenty of reasons to lean towards Mercedes. On the other hand, there's Audi entering the scene, which creates uncertainty for Carlos Sainz. While there's a slim chance Audi could surprise everyone and make a golden debut, that's a rare phenomenon. Audi plans to handle most of the engineering work for their car and powertrains in Switzerland, where their wind tunnel is located. Despite being a great facility, this poses logistical challenges for the team. Sauber is already facing difficulties, as they are trying to recruit more people for the Audi project, but the location is inconvenient for many. Most Formula One activity happens in England, which is the central hub for engineers and staff in the sport. It's mainly about convenience and being already based there. Ferrari is the exception. Many folks there are from Italy, which makes sense since the team is already in Italy and has been around for ages. The name Ferrari itself is legendary, attracting people naturally. On the other hand, Audi, while a big name in car manufacturing, is still quite new in Formula One. They need to build up their reputation before they can attract talent. Ralf Schumacher recently discussed this, highlighting why drivers might be hesitant to join Audi. The situation isn't helped by the fact that since the new regulations started, Audi hasn't done well. 2022 wasn't too bad initially, but 2023 and 2024 have been rough. This makes it even tougher to bring in new talent, as nobody wants to join a team struggling and consistently at the back of the pack. Teams understand the immense effort required to get to the top, and it's not just about hard work from engineers and staff. Rumors suggest Audi is lagging behind on current engine regulations. Also, Andrea Seidel supposedly doesn't have much power, and their power structure resembles what's seen at Renault and Alpine, who have had their own issues. This could lead to future problems, especially during negotiations between engineers and team principals, making it harder for Audi to climb to the top. Carlos Sainz Sr. has been part of the Audi team for many years and even won with them, despite his age. This experience brings hope to his son, Carlos Sainz Jr., who understands all the nuances of the team. However, much of this buzz is fueled by Helmut Marko, whose comments should be taken cautiously. Nonetheless, it's something to pay attention to. Carlos Sainz Jr. isn't the youngest driver around anymore, and he's keen on joining a team with future championship potential. He aims to make the most of his prime years, not as a desperate move, but to capitalize on his current form. It's unfortunate that his abrupt departure from Ferrari limited his options. Ideally, he deserved a spot in a stronger team, but that's how the situation unfolded. This shuffle opens up opportunities for drivers like Bottas. Kevin has mentioned that they are waiting on Carlos's decision, as he was highly sought after by several teams. In my opinion, Williams would be a better fit for Carlos. The Pat Fry effect and the reluctance of engineers to relocate to Switzerland make Audi less appealing. There's more uncertainty with Audi compared to other options. Regardless of how this situation resolves, I'm thrilled we still have a talented Spanish driver on the grid. I've always admired Carlos Sainz as a racer, and I truly believe he deserves his place in this amazing sport. But what do you all think? How do you feel about his decision? Audi could have been a safe bet, offering lots of money and the chance to stay with a stable team that might make big moves in the future. But instead, he chose to go with Williams, a team with big dreams and promising changes. What's your take on his choice? Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below. See you in the next video.